What's going on, everybody? Tracks Mike from My RC Life. Today we're going to install the metal gear set into the stock Traxxas X-Maxx steering servo. Let's go. For those of you who don't know, to get to your steering servo, that time lapse just involved 4 screws here, and then you don't have to take out any of these bolts because that allows you to keep everything together. View of what you need to take out: these ones, along with these ones on the other side, the matching, and then not these, but these small little ones, and they are all the 3mm. And when you get all them out, then you can pull the whole tray. Next, we know we need to get into the steering box, to the receiver box, because we need to unhook our steering servo. So we're going to need to undo those two, these two here, and we need to take this deal off here because we got to get to turn this off, the servo horn off. Need to take out those two, this one, and this one, and then also these 1 and 2 there as well need to come out, and that one and that one. All right, let's go back to the time lapse. All right, guys, so in the time lapse I got that off, and now we need to get in. Your steering channel is most important. I'd rather have control of my steering than control of my throttle, because if I don't control my throttle, I just roll to a stop, possibly. If I have no control over my steering, I might just smash into a tree. And that's what how I remember that steering is most important. It's number 1 most important. So channel 1, number 1, get it? I know it's dumb. But hey, it made me remember when I didn't know much about it when I was young, you know. So channel 1. Undo, and you wanna, these just don't poke into your wire. Scoop up through it like this or something. Get it loosened up a bit. There we go. But bam, and it goes right down through that very hole. You can't really see it because I put a lot of lithium grease because I don't want my receiver. The other thing I need to do is get that screw out right. Pop that up and out of the way. Don't lose that bearing. Gotta have that bearing when it reassembles. Yeah, guys, we also have to take this bottom cover off too. Those 8 screws out of there, or bolts, whatever, you take off some, because there's a lot of button heads that are just a little bit different in size, that are all 3mm. Sometimes I do something like this. I know that all of them go to that, and you got a bunch of these. So time to inspect your drive shaft. Right now I can tell that yes, mine's bent. That's the clicking I've been hearing under hard acceleration. Well, that's okay. I'll jump it again, or maybe I'll try to straighten it out right there. Oh, look, it's about ready to wear through like the last one. Have to order one soon. Or we could try this. Well, it ain't rubbing on the sides now anyway. Let's get the truck in half. The drive shaft is staying in the front half. I'll just pull it out. Now I can try to straighten it out a little bit more. I won't need the front half of the truck anymore from here. So I'm going to sit this off to the side. Now I got just the rear steering servos in the rear half. 3 screws. Won't mistake them to go in any other place on this truck when you're tearing this out. That was called a belly catch. Alright, got them 3 out of there. And just guide your wire right through. Now we're going to tear this baby open and get that metal gear set in there. Well, obviously we need to get the servo horn off. Looks like we got 2 Phillips screws. Now these screws do have a small washer on the back side. Make sure you don't lose those. So there's 6 on the bottom that need to come out. They also have a washer back on. Nothing happened, nothing special. Make sure you got your rubber seal around your square rubber seal. Separate halves. It's looking to be, my damage is probably in the top half. On this, I like to put keep my finger there. You press, and then you kind of catch it. All right. Like that. Here's my damage. A whole set of teeth right there. I'm going to lighten up my servo saver. Important that guys that you see, this one's got it up in there. You got to install your own on this. Don't just throw this away. It goes inside there. I'll show you in a minute because that's him there. Take the shaft out of him. Put it back in this guy. Alright, so we got that changed over already. Bearing and the rubber seal off the top of this guy and get them on this guy. Screwdriver. Slide that up off. Your bearing should come off pretty easy. Washer on the bottom, your friction washer. Make sure you get that back together in that same out. This little guy. Now this thing here has got them little tabs, and you can see where they go. So let's get that in there. Good way to do it is you can get your regular screwdriver in here and just kind of spin it. Oop, pop. It popped it right in. It's going to kind of shove it. Push it in there. Push it good. Push it real good. Bump, bump, bump. Alright. That's all in there. I had that little guy there first. Then the bearing. Then the O-ring. I think I can get this put back into here. Now, that tab there, that little, you gotta make sure that is facing like up, so it goes from here to here. You don't want it to face down, so it won't work right. So now, if this don't stick out very far, your bearing ain't pressed all the way in on the bottom side. You should be able to look on the inside of your case. Make sure it spins freely and stuff. And with this guy, you can just, as long as you keep the shaft in, hold it up a ways, you should be able to slide this in, over, and then push the shaft down, and now it's locked in place. See, it ain't going nowhere now. they should be working off from each other like butter. That bearing is going to be going up inside of there. Make sure it ain't stuck in the bottom of this when you took it off. Okay, I think I covered all the places. I'll pop this guy out as well. Oh, we have to get. So it's gonna do one of these, one side to the other, real softly. Don't break nothing. Sit it off to the side for just 1 second. Pop. We're gonna set this one back in. Everything looks fine on it. Always do a pre-inspection. Make sure everything looks good. All right, that slides down on. Put my bearing back on. That should allow that to stay in. Yep. Then this guy goes right on top. All right. And it don't matter how you position these and stuff, guys, because in the end, how the orientation of this right here lines up with that rectangle notch right there, and it will straighten itself out and everything once you plug it in. You don't put your servo horn on until everything, you plug it in, but that's about it. Okay, guys, so we got all of the metal gears installed. So it does look like you can save a little bit of money by not getting the ordering the whole expensive metal gear servo. You should be able to just do this and save some. The 85X may have a stronger motor in it possibly, but I think this here will do just fine. The two halves to slide up into the one gear in there. Okay, and then kind of wiggle this back and forth until you get it to set in, and it should set down. Seat just line this back up. It's got the little line there. Now this goes one way. See how this one's got the notch in it, and this side does not. No notch. Notch. That's for the wire there. So notch facing the correct way. Tightening our screws. See the seal there? Very important that you get this tight, and you will see, add that gap there, but now see what happens. Now if you over tighten it, you'll see it start squishing out the side. Then like I said, that's over tightened. So go ahead and loosen it up a little bit. Dealing with something like this, I always start from the middle and then work out, because if you start from the outer and then work in, you could pinch your gasket inwards, and then when these bite down, it'll be like a wavy gasket, and it could possibly have sealing issues. And I don't want to have to go through tearing this X-Maxx down this far because of something simple. That seal. Yeah, typically when you're sealing anything, head gaskets, valve covers, or servo ends, start from the center, and then we're back and just double check to make sure you got them snugged. Sometimes when you tighten up the left side, the right side might have a little bit of room left to tighten it up a bit again. Okay, and then we still had the two from the top. And remember, don't lose any of those little O-rings. Looks like we got that together and rebuilt. Hopefully it's going to work. The weight difference is, wow, immaculate. A lot heavier for sure. All right, I'm going to get this stuck back in. Guys, before you get started bolting the servo and everything in, try it out. Make sure it's going to work. Okay, make sure, like, you see I had mine left, because I had it off a little bit when I hooked it back up, because I just kind of guesstimated it. Thought I knew how close it was. So make sure you get that back into check. Alright, got him right at 0. Okay, well, we know it works. I'm going to put this together. Back to the time lapse. Alright guys, we got it all back together. Now here's the final full test. Alright, turn it on. It's going forward, so that's good. Oh yeah, that servo even just sounds meaner. Okay guys, this X-Maxx is ripping and ready to go. I'm going to go on outside and it up a little bit. I'm Traxxas Mike from My RC Life, and RC you later. Bye.